So yeah, it was like I found this tent where I didn't have to feel strange for pursuing what I think a lot of people around me thought were immature, juvenile, pursuits. Like
Right.
I knew that it was a lifestyle. As soon as I started surfing and then skating, and then I started snowboarding 6 months later, like I knew that this is how I wanted to live. And there was no idea of this like being a season in my life.
It was just your life.
Yeah, this is how I want to live. And so finding the magazine and then finding people who had built professions and also like were interweaving the arts into it, which was so dope.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, okay, I've found my people, but then I had to find what my role in the band was.
And it's so funny because so many of us have had that spiritual awakening when we're in the water, realizing that we're a part of something bigger, the vastness of it, the connection to it.
It was super, yeah. Especially as a teenager, you're going through all the things, right? I had an artist father who also was an addict, who was brilliant, but had his issues. I had a stepfather who I was constantly in a war with, and these two sort of competing for who I was going to, who they were competing as to who could say that I was, in their image. And I'm trying to forge and find my identity and my image. And the ocean was the only place that I could go that as soon as I would duck dive the first wave, silence. Everything that's happening on the earth was gone. And now you're just sitting and floating in this like depth of connection. I always tell people like riding waves and surfing it's this much of it.
Right.
For me, I think sometimes, which I love the freedom of harnessing the energy and pushing the envelope and being on this fine line between ultimate joy and the ocean trying to kill you. But it's when you paddle out and you're sitting in the water in between sets, observing, whether it be the sky, the horizon, dolphins who might pop up next to you, just zoning out and getting in tune with all that water within your body, connecting like, with and you're sitting in the main element that makes you up. Something's taking place because it just, and I think that's the thing that, and it's a similar type feeling when I'm in the mountains. But yeah, the water is really that strongest place for it.
It's the strongest. And the purpose of water is not only to keep us alive, but it's part of the healing. And I was thinking about it right now when you were talking. Something that just popped up was that, this conversation about masculinity and manhood. One of the few, if only, spaces that men could cry are in the shower or in the water. Because no one knows you're crying.
Or on planes.
Planes.
I think it's for some reason when I watch movies on planes, bro, I'm done. And I think it's because you're in a space that you're not in control of. You're 35,000 feet in a tin can with engines that at any point, like, the shit can be gone and it's confined.
So it's acceptable it's almost suspended reality.
It's suspended reality, and you have no choice but to relinquish all control.
Oh, yeah.